on the way to see the wizard. The one that, no, we're not. We're off to Castle Howard. The Howard's Castle. It's lovely grounds in the British countryside. And we're just going through a little gate. Yeah. I was looking on the TV, something to watch, and the first thing that came up was the horse. Really? Yeah. Fancy that. So here we are then, in the wonderful grounds already now of Castle Howard. So we're going to get out of the car, of course, when it stops. It's always a good thing to do. And we'll show you how beautiful the grounds actually are. Oh, by the way, can I just say a public thank you for Mum for doing my hair and Ben's hair as well. It was a rush job, but it was a good job. So thank you so much indeed. And I now look like a WWF wrestler. Benna with a moustache. Here, I'm gonna slam dunk you down or whatever. Ben, you're tapping on my shoulder. What's?
When I was in my hair, Mum would always say, "Keep still, Ben." We should be like this. Still. Do you mean WWE?
That's the one. Yeah, WWF is. It used to be called WWF, World Wrestling Foundation or Federation. That was it. World Wrestling Federation, and they had a couple of songs out in the charts as well. And then they went, "Hello, World Wildlife Federation is called WWF," so they changed it to WWE. There we go. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Traffic, give me 20. Here are the grounds. Well, the grounds, but what's the courtyard, isn't it? It's the courtyard. It is. Yeah, the entrance to the courtyard. It's really nice. Beautifully grandeur as well, as you can see. Yeah. Really nice. There's a little Christmas tree, which is just over in the corner there. You can't see it quite well. No, you can't. Anyway, but it's really, really nice. Beautiful. There we go. They're getting the Christmas spirit now, aren't they? Christmas trees! Christmas trees. They're scattered all across the place. It's just really nice. It's very cold, but it's lovely and Christmassy. Now, this would have been the splendour of the rose garden if it wasn't for the fact that it's been very windy and it's almost winter, so therefore there's no roses in the rose garden. But never mind. This hill behind us here doesn't look like a very steep hill at all, but back in 2010 I was working on another radio station around here, and the snow came down horrendously during that year, and we went sledging in the grounds of Castle Howard. And I started all the way from the top all the way down to the bottom and did that several times. Had fantastic fun. Went back to the car, couldn't find my car keys, could I? I'd lost them somewhere in the snow at the top of that hill down to the bottom, and it cost me £240, that sledging trip. Very expensive. Well, this is cosy. We've got a little bench here. And we're having a picnic.
So I'm just taking my braces out. That's what that noise is.
Yeah, all good stuff. Yeah, loving it. And they're going to go on the playground, which is over there very soon afterwards. You're going to enjoy the playground, aren't you, Holly?
I'm just looking at my hat. The last time I think I wore this was in our London vlog last year, and I was so ill with cold. What was it called? No, but yeah, that was last November, and I remember wearing this with such a bad throat, and I couldn't really speak and everything like that. All the pictures, and all I can see is me doing that again, so I do apologise. Second time round.
We didn't notice.
No.
You're great at.
Oh my goodness, teaser. Are you going to own up that you have dirty feet?
What? These silky
Look
paws?
at them.
Let's go and get a wash, Teaser. Look at them feet. Oh,
Are you ready for a shower?
He's trying to get away from the camera.
Bread time. Yes, bread. Love bread. Love making bread. So we got bread and then all sorts of other stuff like cheese and pate that we're going to have with it. But this is my homemade bread and it's absolutely gorgeous. So inside here, I've got 500 grams of bread flour. I've also got, oh, I'm leaning. Anyway, so inside here we've got 7 grams of yeast, we've got 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. And it's all mixed into there. I'm just going to get a big fork from the drawer. Always trust in the big fork. So I'm gonna stir all this around, just make sure that all that yeast and that sugar and that salt is in there. And I've got 300 ml of lukewarm water, which is going to be in there, which I'm going to slowly start to mix in there to create the dough. And then I'm going to knead it a little bit, and then we're going to add the magic ingredient, olive oil, which makes it elastic, but it makes so good bread. And oh, believe you me, it is like the best ever. So I'm going to slowly just start to dribble this through. I'm not putting butter. Now, you normally would put butter in here, but I'm not. I'm going to put olive oil in instead. That's going to be my oil, my main fat for this, just because it makes it more elastic and makes it more of a focaccia ciabatta type bread. But believe you me, absolutely gorgeous. So this water here is lukewarm water, so it's just waking up that yeast inside just to make it delish. So I'm just going to add some olive oil now to my mixture. It's going to get really oily, but I don't mind because it's so messy and so good. So that's my lovely ball of olive oil and dough mixture, which I'm now going to knead and knead and knead. One-handed knead. And I'm going to put it into the top here. And I'm just going to start to knead this baby through. Right, give me another couple of hours and I'll be back with you. And if Paul Hollywood's watching right now, he's probably screaming at me, or anyone else that makes fine bread, but this is just gorgeous. So I've kneaded that now for around about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to pop that into my bowl and I'm going to cover it up over there just to make sure that it rises. So I'm just going to leave that around about half an hour or so and I'll come back to it soon. So here we have the baby. Okay, what I'm going to do is transfer this to there. This is a pre-oiled tray. It's got holes in the bottom so the heat can penetrate up its bottom. So watch this. It's going to disappear from there to there. Told you. Lovely. So we're just going to transport this into the oven, which is now at 200. Straight in there. And we're not going to touch it now for at least... Hello.
Hello.
Not going to touch it now for at least... Hello, Ben.
Oh.
Not going to touch it now for at least, what is it? About 30 minutes or so until that is totally risen. Here is the moment of truth. Ooh. There it is. Cannot wait to look into that. Well, you've just seen this lovely platter we've got here that we have with this bread. Can't wait to tuck into it. We've got all sorts of wonderful things. These dips, by the way, we've got balsamic vinegar, we've got a chili dip, and then we've got olive oil with chili flakes that I've put in there, and cracked black pepper, some pate, some lovely salad there, basil leaves, mozzarella, ham, cheese, tomatoes, cucumbers, and jalapeno. So we can't wait. Can't wait to tuck in. Anyway, that's it from us at the moment because we just can't wait to crack on with the food because we've had a very busy day, haven't we, really? So I'll say ta-ta on our behalves.
Ta-ra!
Ta-ra!